I'm Zane, welcome to the Home Studio Show, and today I'm looking at the latest update to FL Studio, plus one of the most popular free DAWs has also been updated. There's a new synth emulation of a classic, and it's surprisingly low price, so we'll check that out. I've got free plugins, deals, and more. And this episode is sponsored by DistroKid. Easily get your music onto Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and all of the major online music stores, and keep 100% of the royalties. Plus, you get bonuses that will help to get you more listens on your music. Now, more on that a little later. As usual, links to everything mentioned in this episode are down in the description, but right now, let's jump in. And first up in audio tech news is FL Studio has been updated. It's been updated to version 20.8.2. Now, there's nothing too huge in this update, but if you are an Apple M1 user, you're going to be happy to know that they've improved support for the M1. They made some workflow improvements for channel settings, playlists, general settings, and project file sizes. There's also been some plugin updates to the parametric EQ2, the ZGE visualizer, FPC, 3X OSC, Control Surface / Patcher, FL Keys, FL Studio Mobile, and the Instrument Tuner. And like I said, nothing too huge here, but if you've been interested in getting FL Studio, you can see that they're continually bringing it up to date, and if you buy it, you get lifetime free updates. FL Studio is available on Mac and Windows. Another digital audio workstation that's being updated is a free one. It's Audacity. Audacity 3.0 is here, and it's pretty much exactly the same, although they fixed over 160 bugs, and they've updated their project save format to AUP3. If you've saved projects in Audacity, then you would have noticed that the previous AUP format saved a bunch of smaller files, and they all needed to be kept together. And we know how these things can sometimes find ways to move around or disappear, so the AUP3 will put all of this into one AUP3 file, so no more worrying about all those little AUP files. I've linked to their website below if you want to check out more info about this update, but that's pretty much the biggest thing in it, and it sounds like there'll be more updates on the way. They just wanted to get this updated first. And if you aren't using Audacity, it's free and it's available on Mac, Windows, and Linux. Cherry Audio have released another classic synth emulation. This one is 8-Voice. This is an emulation of the classic Oberheim 8-Voice synthesizer that was originally released in 1977. It was popular in rock, dance, and pop music from the late 70s and into the 80s. The Cherry Audio 8-Voice includes a detailed emulation of the original instrument's multi-mode filter, and it also adds a few modern touches like a sub-oscillator and noise source have been added to each voice, and velocity controls have been added to both envelopes for expressive control over filter and amplifier dynamics. For an incredible synth emulation like this one, you would expect it to cost maybe in the hundreds, but you can actually get the Cherry Audio 8-Voice for just $29 right now. In other audio tech news is iZotope and Native Instruments have combined forces to create a new audio group. It looks like both Native Instruments and iZotope will continue to be their own companies and continue business as usual, and in that sense, your ozone and Kontakt aren't going to change anytime soon. This new group will be a separate entity with its own ideas, products, and philosophies that will be created from the combined forces of iZotope CEO Mark Ethier and Native Instruments CEO Konstantin Konka. Sorry if I mispronounced either of those names, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see what comes out of this new company, as these are two of the top dogs in the audio tech game. Now, there hasn't been any mention of initial products or ideas yet, so we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Next in audio tech news is you can now get on the pre-sale list for Steven Slate's VSX headphone monitoring system. And if you aren't familiar with VSX, it's a monitoring system that comes with headphones, so the software is tuned to those headphones. And now in the software, there's several studios that you can switch between, and because this system is tuned to those headphones, it's going to be like you're actually mixing in those studio spaces. And these are rooms that are designed to give you accurate mixes, so if you're like me and you don't have the best mixing room, then you may want to check out the Steven Slate VSX. Now, I'm not sure what the pricing will be when it returns. That info hasn't been released yet, but the VSX system will work on Mac and Windows. Spotify is probably the #1 spot where people are listening to music right now, and this is where you want your music to be. If you're already on that platform, or maybe you're thinking about getting on there, DistroKid gets you instant access to Spotify for Artists. And this gives you access to advanced streaming stats, plus you get control over your Spotify artist page, so you can upload a profile pic, bio, header image, and really customize that page to make your band or music project look more professional. You also get the Spotify verified artist checkmark, again, making you look more professional and appealing to listeners, so hopefully bringing in more organic listens and shares. It's super easy to set up through DistroKid. There's actually a link that you click on, and then you log into your Spotify account, and then you're going to have the artist access, and you'll be able to change your profile up, get your stats, and all of that advanced stuff instantly. And if you aren't signed up to DistroKid yet, be sure to use the link down in the description, and you'll save 7% on your membership, which already starts at just $19.99 per year, and it's well worth it. Now from that deal, let's look at some other deals, and Plugin Boutique still has that Audio Thing Wavebox plugin that they're giving away for free with every purchase. So when you purchase any plugin on Plugin Boutique before March 31st, you're going to get the Audio Thing Wavebox for free, and this is an interesting dynamic wave shaping distortion plugin that's available on both Mac and Windows systems, and it typically goes for $49, so not too bad to get that one for free. Now here's a no purchase necessary freebie. Bedroom Producers Blog and WA Productions are giving you the Helper Transients 2 plugin for free. It's a transient shaper plugin that you can get for Windows and Mac, and all you have to do is add that plugin to your cart on the WA Production website and use the code BPBWAPRD at the checkout, and it's going to be yours for free. And this is brought to you by the Bedroom Producers Blog, so a big thank you to them for setting it up with WA Production. And I'll link to the BPB page below so you can check it out and grab your free plugin. Waves are continuing with the deal where you buy $50 worth of plugins and you get to choose one for free, or you can buy $90 worth of plugins and get 2 for free. And these are plugins that you get to choose. It's not like they're giving you one of their choices. Plus, they also have a 40% off sale right now. So if there's a Waves plugin or two that you've been eyeing up for a while, now is the time to buy. And I'll link to their deal page down in the description. Before we get into this week's plugins worth checking out, I just want to ask, if you're enjoying this episode of the Home Studio Show, can you please give it a thumbs up? It really helps me out and I appreciate it so much. Now, the first plugin worth checking out is the Waves J37 Tape. This is a great analog tape saturation plugin that's modeled after the legendary Abbey Road J37. It not only gives you that classic tape saturation sound, but it can also be used as a creative effect as well. There are a lot of uses for the Waves J37 Tape. The main way that I always use it is I put the J37 on my master track or mix bus, and it takes away that sterile digital feel of the song and blends all of the tracks together. And you can find this on every single one of my tracks. I use it all the time. Plus, I use it quite a bit on drums, and it can also be great on vocals, plus so much more. Now, they say on their site it's a $299 plugin, but you can usually get it for $59.99, and right now with the sale, it's $34.99. Waves J37 Tape is available on Mac and Windows.
Then we danced, bobbed and boomed, tripping over our feet in her room, and we rocked, rattled and rolled, and I'd never seen a girl move like her before, and I'm hooked.
The next plugin worth checking out this week is Tracktion RetroMod 106. This is a 4.5 gigabyte collection that includes 3 sampled Juno instruments: the Roland Juno 60, Roland Juno 106, and Roland Alpha Juno 2. There are 15,000 samples that are included in this collection with over 280 presets. The Tracktion RetroMod 106 goes for $49 and it's available on Windows and Linux. Now let's dig into the 106 and give it a listen. Alright, now it's time for the free plugins of the week, and first up this week is Saxophia from Fan Team. I've seen people asking about free saxophone plugins and there really haven't been that many that sound great, and this one is actually quite good. You get 4 ethnic saxophone emulations, you get alto, baritone, soprano, and tenor. It features onboard effects and a synthesis section so you can create a sax sound of your own with this. It also includes some decent presets. Saxophia is available on Windows and Mac. The next free plugin of the week is Sabrina Reverb from We Love Walter. This is a really nice sounding reverb that's rich and smooth. The interface is extremely simple, so you shouldn't have any trouble dialing in your sound, and you also get some LFO modulation controls for even more control over your sound, and this will help it to sit perfectly in the mix. Currently, We Love Walter's Sabrina Reverb is only available on Windows. Now, if you want to check out even more great free reverb plugins, click up here, or click down here to see what YouTube recommends. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching for the Home Studio Show and Audio Tech TV. I'm Zane, keep creating, and we'll talk soon.